Good morning, everybody. How are you this beautiful Monday morning? Welcome. Hello to people on Instagram and good morning to everybody on Facebook. So thrilled that you can join me today for this Monday morning show, Rise Up and Shine. It's amazing to have you with me. Now, first of all, I just want to say a happy public holiday to people in Australia, in the States that are lucky enough to have them, a public holiday here for Anzac Day today. So I hope you're enjoying a wonderful day off. I know I am in actually a state where we are having a public holiday, but I'm choosing to work because I have such a passion and I love what I do. I'm working anyway. Anyway, if you are joining us for the first time today, this is a regular Monday morning show that I do, as you see, live on Facebook and Instagram called Rise Up and Shine. And it's all about providing you motivation, inspiration, and encouragement for your week ahead and for your life as well. I love to come and share the love. This is what I'm all about. My name is Ali Sugars and I am the Motivation Mama. And the topic that I want to talk about today is why we shouldn't give up when we fail. And I'm going to give you the answer right from the start. The answer is because there's no such thing as failure. That's it. Show over. That's it, done. No, not really. I've got lots more to share with you today. But honestly, that is the answer. There is no such thing as failure. Because if we choose to, we can actually learn from every single experience that we go through. And I say that again, if we choose to, we can learn from every single experience that we go through. And you've probably heard, if you've watched this show before, you've probably heard me say that I personally dislike the word failure. I mean, obviously I use it for the purposes of coming in and talking on topics like this. But in my own life, I really work hard to not use the words failure or mistake. So you might see me often today go, failure or mistake. And the reason I put it in inverted commas is because I don't like to use those words in my own life. Now, a quote from the amazing Ariana Huffington, who is the co-founder of the Huffington Post, is failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of the success. Now, it's a very simple quote, but it is a very significant quote and a very true one. Because when we think about failure, a better way to think of it, right, is trial and error. Think about it as something, something that we can learn from. As I've said, we have to be open enough to sit back and look at how we can, sit back and look at what went wrong, right? And it's like, if you don't succeed, try again. So I'm pulling them out left, right, and centre today. But that is literally what we need to do. We need to take these failures, these perceived failures, and sit back and work out how we can, what went wrong, how we can try again and do it better, basically. And the thing is too here is because when we are often on the brink of a breakthrough, right, this is when we give up. Because we've failed, we've just gone, oh my God, it's all too hard, that's it, we're going to throw our hands up in the air and just go, I quit, I'm done, right? And I'm going to put my hand up here and say that I have been in this place many times in my past life, and in this life as well. I get there. I absolutely get there. I get to the point where it's just like, that's it, I'm done. It's too hard. And I get to the point where I almost want to give up and quit. And I see this a lot in other people too. But when we get to that moment, oh my goodness, that is the moment when we need to make a choice. We need to sit back and reflect. And the choice we need to make is to either just give up or keep pushing through the discomfort, because it is discomfort. That's absolutely what it is, right? The discomfort or the perceived failure or something that we haven't done that hasn't gone our way. This is when we are often so close to that breakthrough. And, you know, and people just go, I give up, I quit. And I see it so often, and it breaks my heart when I see, you know, and I work with people and I try to encourage them. Now's not the time to give up. Now's the time to keep pushing through. Thomas Edison said, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. And this is, oh my God, this is something that I have in my heart. You know, this is very close to my heart because, you know, as I said, I've been in this place many, many times where I've had I've experienced what I'm thinking is a failure, right? And I've just gone, that's it, enough is enough. I just want to give up. But this is when, like I said, this quote kicks in. Many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. I don't want to be one of those failures. I want to absolutely be one of the successes in life. You know, I don't necessarily want to be remembered for Thomas Edison, like, you know, as someone like Thomas Edison. I want to be remembered for Ali and the success that I am in life. And I know that, you know, because we have these perceived failures and, you know, or things don't go our way, this is the moment, and again, I'm really speaking from experience, this is the moment here when we totally lose confidence in ourselves and we begin to doubt our abilities. We begin to really have that imposter syndrome set in. And we totally lose confidence in ourselves and what we're doing, right? And I say we, because this is very much, you know, I've lived this, you know, as I said, in a past life, and I still go through it today. But, you know, that it's when we just really start to totally lose confidence in ourselves. And we say things to ourselves, you know, this little voice up here, our inner critic, or as you know, I like to refer to it as our itty bitty shitty committee. We start to say things like, oh my God, look at that person. She's doing so much better than me. I am never going to be as good as her. You know, I just don't know how she does it. Oh, she's so confident. I want to be just like her. These are the things that we start to say to ourselves, and our itty bitty shitty committee starts to tell ourselves. Now, first of all, and this is kind of a bit off topic, but first of all, you're never going to be just like anybody else, because the only person you can be like is you. So, you know, we need to be comfortable to sit in our own bodies. That's a whole other topic, and I do digress. But this is also when, you know, we need to recognize, we need to hear what our inner critic is saying, and we need to make the choice to break through, to push through. And remember that breakthroughs do happen, because this is when we're in this point and when we feel like giving up, this is when the breakthrough is just around the corner. It's absolutely just around the corner. And then it's really ironic, because when the breakthrough does happen, we sit back and we go, why did I ever consider giving up in the first place? You know, it's like, I don't even understand why I had that thought in the first place. So and I think I may have shared the story on this show before, but I want to share it again because it really, really relates to what I'm talking about this morning. It's the story, it's when I in late 2000, I think it was November, December 2019, I applied for a job as an office manager in a school front office. This was for a new campus that was being built, and it was the very same position that I had left from my 10-year career about 3 years ago, right? And of course, if you don't know my story, when I left that career, I left it because of sexual harassment, workplace bullying, manipulation. It was a very toxic workplace. And when I left, I was diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. So in 2019, I have applied for this job again. It's not in the same place, in a different place, right? But it was the same type of position. And I was absolutely dead set that I was going to get this job. Absolutely friggin' dead set. I was telling everybody who would listen under the sun, you know, I was claiming it. I was saying, God, this job is mine. You know, I was telling everybody that, you know, I've got this job. It is mine. This is my job. This is what I'm going to do for the career for the rest of my life. I was dead set, friggin' certain that I was going to get this job. You know, I was doing all the law of attraction stuff even to bring this job, the reality of this job, into my life. So I put the application in. I got an interview, which was awesome. I attended the interview and I thought I totally nailed the interview. I walked out going, yeah, Ellie, woohoo, she's got it. That was really good. You have got this job, right? And as they do at the end of an interview, they tell you, they say, oh, we're going to have a second round of interviews. We'll let you know in a couple of days whether you have been successful or not. Now, it was the first day, I was like, yeah, this job is mine. The second day, it was like, yeah, this job is mine. The third day, I was like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I got the phone call to say that I wasn't successful. Well, can I tell you, I was devastated. I felt like such a frigging failure. I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to get another job again. That's it. I'm not going for an interview again. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, but that's it. I just want to quit. You know, it was like, I don't know what to do. I was devastated. However, here was the moment where I had a choice to make. I could either keep going for interviews and, you know, whether I was going to stay in a day job or not, or I had this little hobby business that I had been doing, and it wasn't really even a business because I didn't have any clients at that stage. It was a dream, really, of running a business where I was helping other women who had gone through similar or the same things to what I had gone through. And I had the choice to make. Am I going to go for keep applying for jobs, or am I going to make this business work? And I made the choice at the beginning. It was like a New Year's resolution I did at the beginning of 2020. It was like, that's it. Okay, so I didn't get that job, whatever the reason is. Clearly God or the universe is trying to tell me something. So I am going to make this business, the Motivation Mama, work. One way or the other, I'm going to put my sole focus on this business. And I did, right? And I really had to remember my why, you know, why I wanted to really help women survive. Really help women who had survived domestic violence, hardship, abuse, whatever it was they had survived, trauma, whatever it was. And I went and hired a business coach, and very quickly my business took off, which was awesome. And I'm really proud to say now that I've been in this business for, I think about, off the top of my head, 15 months, and it is a successful business. And I'm friggin' grateful that I made the choice that I made, because I love what I do. I'm so happy doing what I do and helping the women that I help. And B, on a very personal level, if I had gotten that job in the school, in the front office of the school, when I did, just before COVID hit and all the lockdowns hit, and all the, you know, there was homeschooling, and there was a lot of, I won't go into it, but there was a lot of frustration happening in schools, which would have definitely been working in a front office would have been one of the first places people would have gone to express those frustrations. And if I had gotten that job, I reflect back on it now and I think, oh my God, I would be right back in the same space where I was back in 2017. I would have been suffering anxiety, depression, possibly the PTSD would have returned as well. So what was a perceived failure and not getting that job, in fact, turned out to be and lead to quite a success. I now run a successful business helping women who've survived trauma and hardship, which is literally for me a dream come true. And oh my God, if you can't feel my passion, I really hope you can feel my passion, because I am so friggin' thankful and grateful that God did not allow me to get that job. And every time I think back, even now, right, in business, oh, here comes my man. He's going to bring me a cup of tea. Hello, I'm live on Facebook. Pop in and say hi.
Hey everyone.
Hello, this is my man Craig, if you haven't met him. Thank you. Thanks, babe. He's brought me a cup of tea. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. I've never been interrupted on the show by Craig before, but you see, he's on public holiday as well. Anyway, where was I? But yeah, this is the moment when kind of determination kicks in, and I really become more determined than ever as to what I'm doing. I love what I do. I can't. He's totally distracted me now. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, I love what I do, and I'm so grateful that I get to help the people that I help. And even now, do I feel like giving up? Absolutely. There are times in my business, and anyone who runs a business from home you would get this. You'd go, oh my God, there are times when you just want to throw your hands up in the air and go, it's all too hard, because it's not an easy thing to run a business from home. And I still get to those points occasionally. And if I'm totally honest, it's only been recently where I've kind of felt that way almost. It's like I just want to give up. It's really difficult. It's hard to run your own business. But when that thought kicks in, when that thought comes to me, I always go back to the moment when I applied for that job, or always go back to the moment of that interview, or even it's more like the moment when the guy rang me to tell me that I didn't get the job, and that choice that I had to make, right? It was like, no, that's it. My determination comes back, and it's like, no, you made this choice, Ali. It's not a mistake that you made this, that you are running this business. It's a dream come true, and it's a passion of yours, and there's a reason that you're doing it. So and this is what I say to myself, how can I sit back and reframe, sit back and pay attention? What did I do that I could reframe, that I could change and make it work better for me? What can I learn from that experience? And this is what you would have heard me say, hopefully, you've watched some other stuff of mine. I often say, what's the learning experiences that you've had? Because I don't like to refer to them as failures. They're learning experiences, because that's exactly what they are. So, there are, and I hate to say it, but the truth is that we've failed before. There are more failures to come. It sucks. It friggin' sucks, but it's true. But it's how we choose to look at them. Do we choose to look at them as failures, as time to quit? Or are we going to sit back, work out what we can change to then create it into a success? And it's not always a bed of roses. Let's be honest. That's for sure, right? I know there are many more times when I'm going to feel like this, and that's okay, because I've been through it enough now as I'm sure you have too, been through it enough to just go, it's all good. You know, how can I change it? I've got this. I'm determined. I'm going to make it work for me. Because I always know at this stage that when I get to this stage, that God, the universe, your future self, whoever you want to refer to that person as, has something incredible waiting just around the corner. Because I remember that if something isn't working for me, if it's a failure, that's okay, because there is a huge success just around the corner. Something incredible is waiting for me. And I want you to remember this as well. If you're in the space at the moment where you're thinking, you know, oh my God, it's never going to happen for me, you know, if you are feeling like you're a failure, like you're failing in life, stop it. Stop it. You're not. No one is a failure, and I want you to remember that. Make the choice today. Make the choice to reflect on what you've learnt from whatever's been happening in your life or your business, whatever it is, life or business. Make the choice to learn from what's been happening and to keep pushing through the discomfort. Be determined. Have that determination kick in. Remind yourself of your why. So if you're doubting yourself, you know, if you're sitting back and you're doubting yourself, you're just going, oh my God, Ellie, I don't have the confidence to keep going. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what I'm doing. If you are saying to yourself, I am just such a failure, and you want to make it work, but you just don't know how, I would love to invite you to attend one. I've got 2 webinars on this week. They're called, and the webinars are 5 Secrets to Awakening Your Confidence. Because this is what I'm really passionate about, is bringing women in whatever walk of life you're from, bringing you back into your confidence, you know, so when you have those failures or those moments of perceived failure, then you can sit back and you can just go, okay, that's all right, I'm going to keep going. But we often get to those points in our lives when we just feel like, you know, we don't have enough confidence to keep going. I want to help you. And I want to share with you the 5 secrets to awakening your confidence. Now, I'm running this webinar twice this week. And you will see in the description are links that you can go and click on to register for these wonderful webinars. One is Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, 28th of April. It's at 9 a.m. And if you can't make it on a weekday, that's fine. I make it available to everybody. So I'm running the same webinar on Saturday, the 1st of May at 10 a.m. Now that's Adelaide time. So you might need to do a bit of, you know, if you're in another state or country, you might do a bit of conversion on the world clock. But yeah, I would love to see you. And I can't wait to actually share with you, you know, my 5 secrets to awakening your confidence. And this is how, you know, I have the confidence to come on here and do Facebook Lives and just to have that determination to keep going in my business. And when the failures happen, the determination to keep going. So that is it for me today, wonderful ladies. Thank you for watching. And again, enjoy your public holiday if you are having an Anzac Day public holiday in Australia. Wherever you are. Otherwise, enjoy your week ahead, and I will see you again live on Facebook, live on Instagram. And I keep forgetting to say on Instagram too, if you would like to join in these webinars, you can actually go to my bio. The link is in the bio. You'll be able to find it there. So yes, have a great week, everybody, and I'll see you at 9 a.m. next Monday morning. Bye. Mwah.